This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. My day job is executive coaching. Sports coaches, they help athletes perform better, and executive coaches help executives and high-potential leaders perform better. But we don't use a football, or a tennis racket, or even a baseball bat, unless our clients misbehave, of course. One of our biggest tools, however, is questions. When I ask you a question, what happens? That's right, you stop to think about the answer. Your mind gets engaged, and things start to bubble. You can use this. As we've obviously regretfully acknowledged many times before, our lives would be perfect if only all those other people didn't get in the way so much. Your teammates, or your pointy-haired boss, or your schmoopies, or your polyamorous family units, they all have emergencies that only you can solve. Wouldn't it be great if you had a quick way to get them to come up with their own solutions? How could you get them to solve their own problems? Well, Michael Bungay-Stanier, author of the book The Coaching Habit, did an interview with me about his wonderfully simple set of questions that can help you coach someone through a stuck spot. Use his questions, and they'll think you're a genius. They'll get unstuck. They'll do their job. You'll do yours. Everyone will be happy. Unicorns will fly in the window, and they'll burp out some beautiful rainbows. What could be better? Question number 1. Someone comes to you for help. Ask, what's on your mind? When someone comes to you with a problem or some sort of challenge, this is a great open-ended question. Ask it and listen. They'll start talking and they'll be totally self-absorbed because we're all self-absorbed. Even me. In fact, I could tell you stories all about me and the times I was self-absorbed, but these days, I've gotten over that. I'm no longer self-absorbed. I know because I pay attention and I listen, especially when other people tell me how non-self-absorbed I am. But you can be other-absorbed. Just listen. Listen to understand where their problems are. There are only 3 possibilities. They're challenged by the task, they're challenged by the people and the relationships that they're needed to get the job done, or they're getting in their own way. Just figuring that much out and reflecting it back to them can be very powerful. Let's ask Melvin. Melvin, what's on your mind? And we'll listen for those 3 responses. We have a new inventory system and I can't figure it out. I've read all the manuals, I've tried all the examples, and I still can't get it to work. Okay, if Melvin says that, that's a task problem. So I keep avoiding it by playing Minecraft instead. Well, that's Melvin getting in his own way. And besides, Bernice, my boss, she keeps nagging me. That sounds like a people problem. Now, move on to question number 2. And what else? Since people love to hear themselves talk, when you ask this, they'll be off like greased lightning. When they pause and think they're done, ask it again. Ask it 3 to 5 times, and they'll get clearer and clearer about the issue. And what else, Melvin? Well, it's really the nagging that's upsetting. Bernice isn't just my boss, she's my fiancée. It's a delicate balance on a normal day, and when she acts like this, it makes things even harder to deal with. Drawing Melvin out leads him to realize that it's the relationship that's driving things, not actually the new inventory system. We've asked what's on your mind. We've asked them, and what else? Now ask them to focus. Now that they've had a chance to expand their thinking and free associate, ask the question that gets them to draw all of it together. What's the real challenge here for you? Now, the phrasing matters. For you makes it about them personally, not about the external task. Melvin's response? I guess the real challenge is how to separate the work and relationship issues, how to be okay with Bernice being my boss at work, even though we're equals in our private life. See, he's done all the work. He now understands what he really has to deal with, and he probably thinks that you are an absolute genius at this point, even though all you've done is ask a few good questions. Ask them to identify their needs, which is what the next question does. It gets them looking forward towards solutions. The question is, what do you want? And what do you really want? Now, people are often oblivious to what they really want until they stop and think about it. Sometimes they can tell you outright what they want. Melvin knows instantly. I want to make sure that Bernice and I have clear boundaries between our work and home lives. Other times, you need to listen carefully to what people say. Usually, there's some basic need that they're trying to express. They want to belong, they want autonomy and control over their situation, maybe they want recognition for their achievements, or they want to know that they'll be secure. It really isn't rocket science if you just pay attention. A lot of these needs are universal, and you instinctively will know how to interpret them. If someone says, I'm worried that people are talking behind my back, they're probably concerned about belonging. I don't know if I'll get a raise. That's about security or maybe recognition, and so on. Melvin wants clear boundaries with Bernice so that he can have a successful personal and professional relationship with her. He wants both love and achievement. Now ask them how you fit in. Because now that they've worked out most of the problem for themselves, asking the question, but what do you want from me? How can I help? Ask sincerely and ask with genuine curiosity. Now, their understanding of their problem has changed, and whatever they originally would have wanted from you probably no longer applies. In fact, if they haven't actually already solved the problems themselves, their request to you will likely be something far more targeted and far more useful than they would have otherwise asked. At this point, it's probably clear to Melvin that everything he needs, he has. He can approach Bernice honestly and simply say, I'd like to talk about how we can best be a loving couple and partners in achievement. Fortunately for us, we don't need to be in the middle of it. The Coaching Habit has other good questions and elaborates extensively on these. So if you're someone who others come to for answers, you can use simple but well-directed questions to help them find their own answers so you can go back to clawing your way to the top. If you want to check out my full interview with Michael, just visit getitdoneguy.com/coaching. I'm Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. If you want great keynote speeches on productivity, living an extraordinary life, or entrepreneurship, hire me. Find me at steverobbins.com or join my personal mailing list by texting Get It Done to 33444. You'll also get a free copy of my secret book chapter on how to build relationships that help you succeed. Work less, do more, and have a great life.